Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Episode 2. I'm feeling a little sick. I'm getting over the Rona. That bitch got me. But yeah, I've been sick like all last week, so I'm a little nasally and congested still and just a little tired, but overall I'm feeling better. So the way I found my doctor. Well, actually, let's talk about how much you're gonna probably end up spending, right? Because obviously you have to have the funds, before you start doing all this, making sure that you can pay for it. So I'm in Texas. So the average here for a forehead reduction slash hairline advancement is typically around like 7,000 to like 10,000. It depends on the doctor, and then it depends, I guess what city you're in. Anyway, so I paid within, I'm gonna give you exact amounts, but I paid somewhere between 75 and 8,500 for mine, right? So it's not too bad, but it's still a chunk of money. So let's go to finding a doctor, right? So the way I found my doctor, I literally just Googled like the top plastic surgeons in my area. And obviously, you get a bunch of hits back on Google. And I selected like the first two or three links. And I literally just went like through each one. I went on their websites. Obviously, I verified that they were certified board plastic surgeons. That way, that means that they're legitimate. I went through their before and after, like I said, and not just before and after like forehead reduction, but also like, oh, excuse me, I just ate some fish tacos. They were really good, but I couldn't smell them because I can't smell, but I can taste. Um, some side effects of the Miss Rona. Yeah, so I looked at like before and afters, just for other procedures that they had, just to make sure that, everything looks good, not only for the forehead, but also everything else. And then I chose like my top three. One was located in Dallas, two were located in Houston. I ended up calling all three of them. Some of them had a fee for a first consultation, others didn't. The one that I ended up choosing, she did have a $100 consultation fee, which is fine because one, I chose her, right? And then two, they ended up applying that as a credit towards like my surgery. So my first consultation with her, we typically talked about, first of all, am I a good candidate for this surgery? So some of the questions that she asked me was, do I suffer from hair loss or hairline, receding hairline, which I don't. Thank you, mama. I have like super thick hair and like my hairline ain't going nowhere. So obviously I'm good on that. Um, I guess my dad has thinning hair, but he still has like hair, and he's like in his 80s. So yeah, my parents are up there, but yeah. So any medical condition that you may have, it's up here. You're having the surgery up here, so typically it's even if you do have like some type of medical condition, as long as it's, I guess, I don't know, something like super horrible, you should be eligible for it only because it's up in your head area and it's not like down here on your body. So my forehead was like 8 centimeters from like here to here, right? It was like 8 centimeters, so that's like a really big ass forehead. So I was like, okay, I want it between like 5.5 and 6 like centimeters, like from here to here. So I first wanted like two or 2.5. But then like the day before the surgery, which I'll make another video of those as well, I decided to do like 3 centimeters or as far as much as she could get, 2-3 centimeters, right? I was like, okay, go big or go home. I didn't want a small forehead. I just wanted like a regular forehead, right? I don't know. I felt like it was gonna look super weird if it was like small. But yeah, right now it's like I think 5.5. I want to say maybe almost hitting 6, but yeah, like 5.5. Also, she talked about some of the side effects, what to expect. Oh, excuse me. And I guess on that note, we can kind of talk about like the pros and cons, right? Obviously, one of the pros, you're gonna have a smaller forehead, which is freaking awesome. And that's obviously the main pro, right? Oh, another one I guess is if you're a guy, you'll be able to like wear different hairstyles and whatnot. But with that, I haven't had a haircut like in 2.5, maybe I don't know, like 3 months almost, right? So my hair's getting pretty long. Um, so yeah, I haven't had a haircut like in 3 months, and only because I'm waiting for it's all healed up. The scars, like the incision, is all healed up. I'm just waiting for some extra hair to grow back within the incisions, and so I guess that's a con. Like you have that incision there, and eventually the hair will grow back within it. I think it takes like about 4 weeks. I started seeing like little sprouts of hair growing within in the incision, so the hair is gonna definitely hide that. And that's actually another good question. Talk about like to ask about scars and whatnot to your doctor. Make sure that they are able to cut it in a way, because it's an incision, but it really depends on how the doctor um, cuts your skin. Um, that will determine how good it'll be hidden with your hair, right? So I'm still waiting for it to kind of like grow out a little more here, and also like within my scalp. Because if I usually get like a medium fade, kind of like high, like a high medium fade, or is that a thing? A medium fade. So if I do get a medium fade, you're gonna be able to see like where the incisions are, and which obviously I don't want. So that's why I'm kind of letting it grow out and grow within like the incisions of the head. But that's a pro. You're gonna be able to use like or get like different haircuts that you might not been able to rock when you had your big old forehead, right? Um, so again, that's a pro. A con, the incisions. Another con, the top of your head, of my head, is still, um, it's numb. So I can hear it when I go like I can hear it, and I can somewhat start to like feel, I guess, half feeling, oh, excuse me, half feeling with on my scalp, but expect it to be what's it called? Numb for at least 6 months to a year. And it doesn't bother me. You kind of just get used to it. When they cut off that skin, they're also cutting the nerves to the top of your head, right? Like I've been getting a lot of itchiness the last 2 weeks. I try not to scratch it. I just kind of like pat it everywhere that is itchy. Obviously, it's a major surgery, so you want to make sure you check with your doctor, or you want to make sure that you're in good health. My face was like super swollen for like I want to say 4 to 5 days. The 2 days after my surgery, I was fine, but like the third day, I was like super swollen, and my eyes were kind of purple. But obviously, that goes down. Just put some just ice it, and it'll eventually like go away, right? Hair loss. I have a lot of hair, like it's super thick and dense, I guess. So I did notice hair loss, but I couldn't really tell that I had less hair, I guess, because my hair is just like super thick. But yeah, expect that. It's gonna grow back. You just gotta be patient. Another one is you can't work out for like 2 or 3 weeks, right? So if you like going to the gym, having a good workout, you have to kind of wait for 2 to 3 weeks before you can start lifting heavy. I waited, I think, like 2.5. maybe 3. And then I slowly started to like get back into it. So I'm fine. I'm totally fine now. Another thing is that if your hair is thinning or if your hairline is receding, obviously you can still get the surgery. That's totally up to you. Um, but if you are, later on when you're older, you may need another forehead reduction, um, or hair grafting, right? I mean, for me, I don't feel like it's an issue, but if it is, I'll just basically, I'll take care of it then. I just want it now. Also, like sleeping, it's a bitch, because you have to like sleep with kind of like an elevated pillow. That way, the blood doesn't like rush to your head and open up the incisions. But and it just kind of sucks for like the first 2 weeks because you literally have to like lie on your back the entire time. And then after that, you can slowly start to like lay on your sides. Even now, it's been like 2.5 months. I do sleep on my sides or like on my stomach or whatever, but I feel like if I sleep too long on one of my sides, and I want to say it's this one, I start feeling pressure. It doesn't really hurt, but I feel like pressure, so I just like turn around. But I mean, that's kind of expected since it's kind of like a major, incision that you have there. But it's like I said, it's only like 2, maybe 3 weeks. Another con is the Vaseline that you're gonna have to put on your head, on your incisions for like 2, maybe 3 weeks. Um, it's gonna make you look like you have like wet hair, like that entire time, right? Because that Vaseline, it just gets everywhere. But I'll show you guys how to like wash it out and whatnot. On the next couple of videos, I'm not again. I'm it's this is a series of videos. That way I can get into more detail with every step that I took until now. So you guys are going to see different videos coming soon that are going to talk about the different, I guess, steps that I took throughout this journey. Excuse me. So be patient. Also, y'all want to talk to your doctor sorry, about women versus, I guess, men, because for me it's I obviously am a dude, so I had more of a like a squared off for hairline on the sides up here. For women, it's more rounded. If you want it a little more rounded, or if you want it more squared, if you're a guy, obviously I would ask those questions to your doctor, because then she'll have to, or they'll have to like kind of work with you and to see if they can make that happen. Another thing is your hairline symmetry. Mine was a little asymmetric, and I didn't realize that, right? So that's another good question. They could fix it. Sometimes they can't because it's your hairline is your hairline. I guess is your hairline, the way it grows. So you definitely want to ask your doctor. Cool. And I think that's it for this video, guys. So please subscribe, like, comment. If I miss something, let me know down in the comments. I'll try to answer you guys. I'm really good about texting back or messaging back on here. But yeah, stay tuned for the next video. So the next video is going to be episode 3. It's going to consist of, my pre-surgery, day, and then my surgery day as well, and then like after, obviously. And I'll show you guys like more pictures of before and after on that next episode. So see you guys then. Bye.